Let's start by getting oriented to Appian apps and how they're built. First, we'll take a look at an app from a business user's perspective. This is an application for a fictional company, Acme Auto, which has a fleet of corporate vehicles and uses Appian to manage the vehicle inventory and maintenance. This site is where business users at Acme Auto, registrars, supervisors, and mechanics, do their work. As you can see, the homepage is a dashboard of vehicles where an employee can view KPIs, search through vehicles, and see which vehicles need review. Clicking on a vehicle opens a summary with all the details, including maintenance information, an AI chat where users can get quick insights about the vehicle, and recent events related to the vehicle. Employees can also take action on the vehicle, such as updating the vehicle information or requesting maintenance. For example, if a registrar needs to change the vehicle condition, they click the Update Vehicle button, and a form opens to fill out. After submitting, the vehicle data is updated in the vehicle summary. Then, employees can navigate to different pages to see more about the maintenance department, a report on the fleet, and more. From this site, Acme Auto employees have a comprehensive view of the business and can complete all their work. On the back end, developers built this site using different types of design objects. These are the building blocks that make up an Appian application. Each design object provides an essential capability to the application, such as data management, process execution, user experiences, and AI functionality. Collectively, these objects function together to meet one or several business use cases. An Appian application is a container that holds this collection of design objects. You'll have different applications for each business solution, such as fleet management, internal requests, and customer management. Let's switch to the developer's role and take a closer look at Appian Designer, which is where you build and manage applications. To navigate to different places in an Appian environment, click the navigation menu. This is a drop-down of different workspaces, such as Process HQ and Appian Designer, and sites for business users in the environment. What you see here depends on your permissions. For example, only system administrators can access the admin console, and only users with specified access can go to Appian Designer. Appian Designer is where you'll spend most of your time as a developer when building applications. Here, you'll see the Applications view, a list of applications in the environment. Let's open the Acme Auto application. When you click to open an application, you'll start in the Plan view. This is where you'll use Appian Composer, an AI-powered planning and building tool. There are other views inside an application that you can navigate to using the menu on the left. But let's go to the Build view for now. Here you can see a list of all objects that make up the application. This is where you'll create and configure the objects to build the functionality of your application. Let's start by reviewing a few of the main design objects. Groups represent users that share a common role in the application and are used to manage security. Record types connect to and model your enterprise data. Process models automate business workflows. Interfaces determine what users see and how they interact with your app. Sites are user-facing entry points to your application. Let's walk through a few examples from the Acme Auto application and see how they work together. Here's the dashboard of the site from a registrar's perspective. A registrar needs to view a list of vehicles so they can find vehicles in the fleet. Supporting this involves multiple design objects. First, the site organizes the various pages and navigation for users to access. On this dashboard, registrars see a grid that lists the vehicles in the fleet. This grid, along with the other components, are built in an interface. The data in that grid is powered by a record type. In this case, the vehicle record type connects to vehicle data from a database table. Let's pause here for a moment and talk about groups. Groups are used to configure security. This allows you to tailor visibility and access based on group membership. Let's test it out. Right now, the site is displayed for registrars, such as Regina. If this site is viewed as a mechanic, you can see that instead of a list of vehicles, a list of maintenance requests assigned to that mechanic is shown. Now, say a registrar wants to add a new vehicle to the fleet. From this dashboard, the registrar clicks a button called Add Vehicle, which starts a process model and opens a form. The form is another interface that has a variety of components to collect vehicle details, such as the make and model. It also includes configurations to mark certain fields as required and ensure users don't enter more text than the character limit. Now let's jump to the process model. When the form is submitted, the process model writes the new vehicle data. The different nodes define what happens at each step of the process, and is where you can add AI functionality into your business processes. For example, An AI agent could use the vehicle data submitted to check an external vehicle history report, evaluate risks based on company policy, and return a final risk summary. After the data is saved in the process model, the new vehicle appears in the list needing supervisor review. Clicking on it opens the summary view, which is another interface, and displays the vehicle data from the vehicle record type. As you can see, at a high level, these objects work together to guide the user experience, automate business processes, and manage the flow of data.